I've got this owl pumpkin cutout that we get on our laser machines. I'm not sure to call it an owl pumpkin or a pumpkin owl, but you get the idea. We're going to create a faux stained glass sun catcher. So I'm painting this black. I just use a black acrylic paint and I paint the front and back side, and I make sure that it is really dry because we're going to apply an adhesive backer to this cutout. So we're going to talk about this. So I typically use Frisco Craft paper transfer tape, but I have ordered umpteen million different backing so that I could test the different ones. So this is contact paper. It has the 2-part peel off, and I did this video live. That's why you're going to see me talking with my hands. But this leaves a sticky residue. That one right there, that yellowy clear one, is another. It's like a clear transfer tape, but it leaves like little indentions if you don't keep it completely flat. If there's any sort of punctures or marks, it leaves this area, and I can show you like here that it's sticky, but if you put your fingernail or something gets caught up in it, it leaves an indention, and it can cause issues where it leaves like a indention in your resin. It's so hard to explain this, but you just have to do it to understand. But it is not recommended. And if you get a crease or a fold, it creates waves and just a lot of indentions. This is the Tape Man Blue transfer tape. I've used the Tape Man Blue paper transfer tape, the Frisco Craft, and the Vinylese paper transfer tape. So just so we can be clear, I don't use vinyl. I don't use transfer tape. I don't use contact paper. This is Oracle like 651 vinyl. It has the 2-ply. A lot of people ask me, what do you use? What do you use? I use the Frisco brand paper transfer tape. It's paper. It's like masking tape. It's what it's like. I don't know how to explain it. But this is it. Just as long as you pay attention to this and use this, it is low tack. You do need to use a brayer, but it is really easy to work with. It does not have the 2-ply parts. It just rolls out sticky. I hope that makes sense. So now you know. Okay, so first things first, roll it out, put your cutout on there, pick whichever orientation you want, fold in your corners. That's really helpful. And then use like a wood stick or something like a brayer and make sure that that sticky back is applied to your wood cutout and that your paint is dry, because if your paint is wet, it's going to live. Okay, that was a lot. Anyways, so I'm going to be using crushed glass. This is 1 to 3 millimeter crushed glass that we carry in my shop. We just recently added reflective glass. We're going to be adding the 3 to 6 millimeter larger size, but for this one, we're using the 1 to 3. There's a lot of different glass options in my shop. If you comment the word glass or Suncatcher, Facebook will send you a message and it will have the link that's included. If you happen to be on TikTok, nobody's going to send you a message. Go to suncatcherdiy.com. There's so much. There's so much. So anyways, we're going to use terracotta and sunset glow, and we're going to create this really fun ombre to create that highlight in the pumpkin. We're using chocolate for the feet and the stem. Now, I ended up putting the chocolate down further, and then there you can see it. And then I just skipped over that because we ended up taking it out. I'm putting black in the nose area or the beak. And then here's that tape. I got some tape that I thought, okay, I need to get this brown out of here. That needs to be green. So if you ever put glass in an area where you don't want it to be and you want to take it back out, this is also a paintbrush with sticky glue dots, and I'll show you that here in a second. And you can use that to remove the crushed glass before you add resin. I used double-sided tape to get it out at first, and then the paintbrush really helped me get the remaining pieces. So this is treetop that I'm putting in there for the leaves. It just looks so much better when I took out that brown and just put the green all the way to the little flower eyes. I just liked it better, but it's all about trial and error, really. And so I filled in all of this. You can add different gradients of greens. I didn't for this. I do like to do like ombres and blends and shading and stuff like that. But for this leaf area, I just stuck with a really bold green. Here's those sticky dots. I get them on Amazon. They're 3/8 inch round sticky glue dots. And then I just pull one off and stick it on the end of my paintbrush and wrap it around. And that's how I can get the glass out. And then we're using golden honey for the little eyes, and then for the the center of the eyes, and then for the flower part that's going to be white, I'm using a white pearl mica powder, and I'm just taking a paintbrush and I'm brushing it to where it sticks onto the backer, that adhesive area. I'm not letting it be loose in there. I'm just swirling it around to where it sticks to the adhesive paper transfer tape. And then I'm going to put crushed white gloss over that, just a sprinkle, and I'll show you an up close here in a minute. I just poured some in my hand and just sprinkled it very, lightly into those openings. And then I did have some fall into the yellow or the orange there, and I just used that paintbrush with that sticky dot to get those little excess pieces that fell into the other colors out. And then I'm just using my hands just to apply it. I know this is a lot of like explanation. It's probably overwhelming to a lot of people, but this is the best way that I know how to explain it other than doing a very full lengthy live video. But here's up close. You can see that I just put very little of that white over that mica powder. You can see how each of the little openings are filled with that crushed glass. And this is what you will expect when you are doing these crafts. So here is how my little eyes and my nose and beak and all the things look. And these are the colors that I used. If you want to get crushed glass, you can comment the word glass, like I said, or go to suncatcherdiy.com. We're going to be also using resin. Now, you're going to want to use gloves. You're going to need a cup, a stick, and I measured, I believe, 50 and 50 to make 100 milliliters that we're going to use for this. And we do carry resin in my shop as well. It's great for starters. I know a lot of people get theirs on Amazon, but we do have resin available if you want to get it. And then the only thing you'll need to get is the other supplies. So start by mixing really, really good. It's about 2 to 3 minutes. And then once it's mixed fully, it's going to be clear and you're going to start drizzling it over the little openings. I fill it up to the wood outline. You can shallow fill it where you don't put as much and just coat the glass. I like the full look. Some people like it more shallow and textury. It's a matter of preference. There are no rules here. Just, your own creativity is all you need. And then once this is completely filled, I use isopropyl alcohol to spray over it. It's 91% or 99%. And I just have a spray bottle and I mist it over it 3 or 4 sprays. And that helps to pop the bubbles and things like that. I do use a paintbrush with the leftover resin to coat my wood outline because it's just, matter of preference. And then we're going to peel the back off of this, and it's really easy. Just let it dry for about 12 hours. You can let it dry a little bit longer. Resin does take about 3 to 4 days to cure fully and hard, but to peel off that paper transfer tape, you just need to let it cure for about 12 hours. Now, I will tell you that I always say don't put this in direct sunlight. I say that because depending on the resin that you use, if you use low quality resin, the UV protection is not very high and your resin can yellow and it can also melt. So you want a really good UV protectant in your resin and you want high heat tolerance. If you put it in direct sun, it's liable to really yellow and get super bendy. And so you don't want that. And so you can put this in a window. I have mine hanging in a window. But I always tell people, don't put it in direct sunlight because I'm just going to assume that you're not going to get good resin. But if you get good resin, of course, by all means, display it in a window. It's meant to catch light. It's not necessarily meant to be like indirect sun. So this is a faux stained glass sun catcher, great for crafting and things like that. So these come in 12-inch and 6-inch. We also offer bulk packs available for people who teach classes and workshops. I use those little snips for anything that kind of ran over. But here's what it looks outside at a twine or a chain. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.